All right, hello everyone. Dakota here again with Rocketeering Nomad. Just wanted to document my travel from Phoenix to Chiang Mai. Just kind of go over a few things, a few tips, and just kind of things that I learned and a little bit about my journey here. Basically, before I even get started, I want to talk about how stressful the experience was. Planning everything out. You can find a lot of information online for moving to Chiang Mai, but a lot of that information is not relevant, especially visa information. So that's been kind of one of the things that I've been stressing about, even before packing and everything else, getting ready to move. Um, but anyway, so after I was able to go through and get everything packed, I went to the airport, got dropped off by one of my best friends, and as soon as I got to the baggage drop-off area, I had a bag that was 58 pounds and needed to be 51 pounds, so I was about 7 pounds overweight. And I didn't exactly bring a second bag that had a lot of room in it. It was pretty full as well, so I had to stuff a bunch of things into my carry-on. I was basically one of those guys. But thankfully, everybody that was working there was really helpful. I almost threw away some stuff, but figured I might want a jacket when I got here, so I just struggled with it. But anyway, was able to go through and reorganize and get everything right, and checked in my 2 bags and went through security and got to the gate, and everything was good from there. I would like to say though, that flight from Phoenix to Seattle was where my the first leg of the trip was. That flight went really well. It was really quick. I had about a 3-hour layover in Seattle, and then the flight from Seattle to Taipei was it's right around 12 to 14 hours, somewhere right around there. And that flight was rough. I didn't get food poisoning like I did the last time I went to Thailand, but I think I only slept about 4 hours total on the flight. Ended up just watching movies, trying to, get my mind kind of focused on, what I was going out here to do. And so, yeah, that flight was relatively long. And then my last leg, we flew into Taipei. Had about a 2.5 hour layover, and then flew to Chiang Mai. And on that flight, it was about 4 hours. And for the most part, it was good. There was some babies on board, and how kids go with flying. So nothing that I didn't expect. But anyway, so I landed in Chiang Mai, was able to go through and get my bags, and realized that I had beef jerky that my mom had bought for me. Thank you, Mom. But meat is something you have to declare at customs, so I had to go over and declare that I had 2 bags of beef jerky. And then talking to the Thai guy, he was like, well, I'll let you go this time. You're not supposed to bring this much meat or whatever, but we know that your beef in the US is high quality, so you don't have anything to worry about. So he let me through, thankfully. But I guess a lot of people in China like to bring big things of meat over, and their meat is not quite as good as, I guess, the meat in the U.S. So, but yeah, so I was able to went through that customs gate, and the first thing I did was go and get a Thai SIM card for a phone plan, so that I have data while I'm out here. I can, use Google. I can kind of go to different addresses and kind of know where I'm at in the city. Because the worst thing you can do is start walking around, get lost, and not know how to, go anywhere or look anything up. And I don't have a printer, so, electronics the new thing now. So went and got that SIM card. It was really easy process. I got one that was 16 gigabytes for like 700 baht, which basically comes down to around 20 something dollars. That's for a month. And then from there went and exchanged cash for Thai baht. Kind of had to do those in unison, but The one tip that the lady at the phone booth service told me was to go all the way down to door one if you want cheaper transportation to wherever you're going. So I think a van taxi service is 150 baht total, or 100. Yes, 100. It was 150 baht total. And it'll take you exactly where you want to go. So, yeah, that was basically it. I arrived at my apartment, and was met by the manager of the apartment complex. Super sweet, great experience. I ran into a guy from America who is retired here, and we just kind of caught up a little bit. He was telling me about his experience teaching in Thailand and in Chiang Mai for a while, and what it's like to be retired and living here. So it was cool to meet somebody on my first day, and not knowing anybody, and kind of get their perspective on living in the city. From there, I kind of just unwound, unpacked, talked to family, and then decided that I needed to probably go get the essentials for my apartment. And so I went to good old 7-Eleven, which is everywhere out here in Thailand. You can't go a few blocks without running into a 7-Eleven. But the nice thing is it's a convenience store that has everything you need. So, I even bought hangers there. So toilet paper, hangers, soap, food, pretty much everything there. One thing that I will say is that is different from the US is this guy right here. So this is Red Bull, but it's a little bit different than the Red Bull in the US. It's not carbonated, and so it's like drinking a stale Red Bull if you were to open up the drink and just leave it out for a while. So it's different, a little bit of a different, about the same flavor, but just different because of the carbonation not being there whatsoever. And I didn't expect that. I know I had heard Red Bull originated from Thailand. I didn't realize how much it had changed since it, went to the U.S. But yeah, so a little fun fact there. But that's kind of it for today. The rest of the night, I'm really just planning on some of the different places that I'd like to go see. I have a weekend basically free, so I want to get to bed, in a decent time, try and get over the jet lag as much as I can, and then start going and seeing different sites here in Chiang Mai. I have a temple right next door to me, right next to the apartment that I live at, so that'll be on my bucket list for tomorrow. But as I was flying in, I could see a temple up on the mountaintop near Chiang Mai airport, and so I'm going to go look that up, see which temple that was, and go see if I can go hike to it. So I'll throw that in the link below as soon as I'm able to discover which temple that one is. All right, thanks everybody. Take care.